The most dangerous man in a room is not the loudest. It's the one who watches, who lets others speak first. Not because he's unsure, but because he knows how power works. Not by noise, but by presence.
Power is the pivot on which everything hinges.
Machiavelli didn't romanticize leadership. He understood it as a mechanism. Power isn't mystical, it's strategic, practical, ruthless. He saw this firsthand serving the Florentine Republic. During the brutal Italian wars, titles meant nothing. Only those who moved decisively, like Cesare Borgia, retained control. It was Borgia who taught Machiavelli that loyalty can be staged, and that authority must be choreographed as much as commanded.
It is not titles that honor men, but men that honor titles.
A crown without force is costume. A throne without resolve is decoration. Power demands infrastructure, yes, but more importantly, it demands people. Machiavelli warned, judge a ruler by his circle. The Medici ruled not by charm, but by surrounding themselves with minds sharper than their own. A wise ruler chooses wolves over lapdogs.
The first method for estimating the intelligence of a ruler is to look at the men he has around him.
Bad counsel is not just foolish, it's fatal. But what happens when virtue collides with necessity? In 1502, Borgia promised safety to rebellious nobles. He dined with them, toasted with them, and had them strangled the next morning. Machiavelli was there. He didn't condemn it, he admired the efficiency.
A wise ruler ought never to keep faith when it is not in his interest to do so.
Loyalty is a tactic, not a law. The Renaissance was not a time of gentle diplomacy. It was brutal, treacherous, and in that world, promises were currency, spent and discarded as needed. Even the Papal States acted with double tongues, balancing faith and blood in equal measure.
The promise given was a necessity of the past.
The word broken is a necessity of the present.
A ruler survives by shedding idealism faster than his enemies. Power has no memory. It does not remember kindness. It only remembers momentum. The prince who hesitates abdicates.
Fortune is a woman, and if you want to control her, you must treat her roughly.
Passivity is punished. Initiative is crowned. Machiavelli saw how fortune elevated weak men, then destroyed them. Those who rose by inheritance, or favor, or charm, collapsed in times of war. Only the prepared endured. He believed leaders must seize opportunity with violence if necessary, because someone else will if you don't.
There is no avoiding war, it can only be postponed to the advantage of others.
You do not escape crisis. You only postpone who chooses its terms. In 1494, Florence tried peace. They negotiated, delayed, appeased the French. And still, the city was sacked. The lesson was clear. Strength doesn't mean violence, but it does mean certainty. A ruler must know when to be a lion and when to be a fox.
A prince must imitate the fox and the lion, for the lion cannot protect himself from traps, and the fox cannot defend himself from wolves.
One sees traps, the other frightens wolves. And yet, no matter how bold, no ruler can survive if the people turn. The Roman Empire didn't fall because of barbarian strength. It fell because its citizens stopped believing in Rome. Machiavelli knew authority lives in perception.
He who wishes to be obeyed must know how to command.
Obedience is not asked for, it is assumed. The Sforzas, the Viscontis, the Medicis, none of them ruled by hiding. They showed up, held court, used theater as weapon and presence as politics. Machiavelli warned, fortresses protect the body, but destroy the image. And in politics, image is everything.
A prince who relies solely on fortresses is rarely secure.
Walls don't hold power, people do. So what, then, is power? Is it force? Fear? Fame? Machiavelli suggests it is something quieter. A tension in the room. A silence filled with consequence. Not the man who yells, but the one whose silence others dare not interrupt. Because silence is not absence. It is dominance. Waiting.